Okay, so when we look at the cards for this moon cycle, which we've addressed a little bit already, and this beginning of a second quarter, we can see that we are being asked to be the tower of strength for others. The aquamarine is asking us if our emotions are in turmoil. That's what it says right here. Are your emotions in turmoil? Are you feeling uneasy? Spend time at the water's edge, there's the water theme again, to regain emotional balance. Clear away any negative energy you may have accumulated from unsettling conversations or negative internal dialogue. And by unsettling conversations, I'm going to include news and social media. There are times when we need to turn those things off so they do not cause more fear and anxiety than is necessary. So, we're going to begin with a protocol to come into the now. We invite you at the level of your higher self to work with the energetic fields and the guides to locate all of the energy that belongs to you that's in the past, and to gently lift it all up and off of everyone and everything and bring it all back to you into this present breath of now. And then we're going to invite you at the level of your higher self to work with the energetic fields and the guides to locate all of your energy that you have placed into the future on unknown situations and experiences that have not happened yet, and to gently lift all of your energy off of everyone, everything, all places, all diseases, all experiences, all potentials, all possibilities, all fears, and gently lift them all up and off and bring them all back to you, all this energy back to you in the present breath of now, cleansed, cleared, and recalibrated. And then we're going to soothe the ego. I invite you during this moon cycle to explore where the ego expresses itself in your body. Is it in your stomach? Is it in your leg? Is it in your chest? Mine is in my shoulders, when I hunch my shoulders. That's when I know that my ego is triggered and is wanting to protect me. And that's where a lot of this fear and anxiety is coming from, is your ego is in overdrive and it's wanting to protect you, and it's sending you into panic mode. It's sending you into fight or flight mode. It's sending you into primal mode. And so we need to soothe the ego. And here is how I do it. I imagine that my ego is a very, very small child that just doesn't understand, or understands to a very limited degree. And it's very scared. And I imagine that the ego is experiencing a fear of something that can't hurt it, but it's imagining that it can hurt it. And so I just create a safe space for that ego, and I give it a hug, and I pull it close to me, and I say, thank you. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for telling me that something is not right, that I need to be careful. Thank you for giving me suggestions as to how I can take care of myself. Thank you for watching out for me and for being my guardian. I've got it from here. I've got it from here. You can let go. You can relax. You can sleep. You're safe here with me. And then as my shoulders slowly come down and they relax, then I know that my ego has calmed. And then I can hear my intuition. Then I can tap into my divine line and I can receive the wisdom that's waiting for me there. Another thing that you can do to calm the ego is to calm the triple warmer, which is I'm losing my words when I get into a more channeled state. I often lose my vocabulary. It is the acupuncture line, the meridian, there we go. It's the meridian that is the most ancient in our body. And you can massage it and soothe it. Donna Eden has some wonderful protocols for how to do that. And I will put a link in the description box below for how you can go about doing that with her protocols. Okay, now, once we've soothed the ego and we are in the now fully and completely, we can create. We can manifest. So what you put your attention to is what you are ordering for the future. So let's take a moment. Do you have, in this moment, do you have a way to get to work? Do you still have a job? Do you have a way to bring in an income? Express gratitude for that. Do you have enough food for your next meal? I'm not talking about next week. I'm talking about your next meal. Do you have enough food for your next meal? If so, express gratitude for that. Do you have utilities in your home? Do you have lights on? Do you have running water? Do you have heat or cooling? In this moment, your bill might be due this week or next week. That doesn't matter right now. In this moment, right now, do you have those things? If so, express gratitude for them. If not, express gratitude that you will. In this moment, are you safe? Express gratitude for that. In this moment, are you healthy? If so, express gratitude for that. In this moment, do you have clean water to drink? If so, express gratitude for that. Whatever you can focus on that is comforting to you, put your attention there and express gratitude with a depth of feeling, joy, ecstasy, like a child playing, fully engrossed in this moment, feeling fully joyful and delighted with life. Then, do the same for the things you wish to manifest, the things that you might not currently have in this dimension, in this moment, but that you would like to create in your life. Express gratitude for them as though they are here already, just like the things you've already expressed gratitude for. Because the possibility for those to exist in your present exists, otherwise you wouldn't imagine them. You wouldn't wish for them. You wouldn't desire them. And the more attention you give to expressing gratitude for those things as though you have them already, the faster they will come to you. Next, we are going to move on to our grounding anchors and foundations, and we're going to lift them off of judgment, off of the things or events around us being either good or bad. And we're going to move our grounding and anchors and foundations onto a new grid of trust, to make trust be our foundation instead of judgment being our foundation. Because in order to access inner peace, we have to establish trust. So, here we go. At the level of your higher self, we invite you to work with the energetic fields and the guides to locate all judgment, and we invite you to locate all of your grids and all of your anchors and all of your foundations of being and perceiving this world in this dimension. And we're going to gently lift all of those pieces up and off of judgment. And we're going to bring everything over to the grid of trust. Trust in the partner. Trust in the benevolence of the universe working on our behalf. And we're going to anchor in our beingness, our foundations, our grids, our grounding cords and anchors, and all of our judgment of our external world to be based in trust first. And we invite the qualities of safety and discernment to also be infused into these grids of trust. We invite this to be done in all dimensions and lifetimes where you express yourself. Same for your body, Deva, and your teams, updating all reference points, all ways of being, perceiving, and being perceived in this dimension. Now that's a big shift, and it will probably take a little bit of time to fully integrate, and so I encourage you to walk the figure 8 and do a gratitude journal or sing or count by 8s to ease the integration of that shift. Next, we're going to address attachment and control. Now, another piece of anxiety and panic comes from having an attachment to how something is going to go, the outcome of a situation. And in particular, if you feel completely out of control of a situation, most people have a reaction of panic and fear and anxiety when they feel that they are out of control of something, not realizing that we really don't have control of anything or anyone except ourselves. Yes, we can impact other people positively or negatively, empathically impact other people and the planet by our energy, but ultimately, this is a planet of free will. People can still choose. And not only that, not everybody is in the same place. So even if you were, and they're not in the same place in their spiritual journey. So even if you were the most enlightened person and you were walking around completely immune to everything that's going on around you, not everybody is going to be able to match where you are, because everybody is in a different place evolutionarily in their spiritual journey and in their consciousness, which impacts their physical experience as well. So you could be offering them a piece that they need, but they still might be practicing the opposite of what they intend to master. Say this is the fulcrum point of a seesaw, and they're still on this side where they're practicing the opposite of what they intend to master, and they haven't yet flipped the seesaw over here to practicing what they intend to master. But they're gathering information, which is what they need, so that they can move over into this side. So we're not in control. And by creating judgment around things, we harm ourselves because we don't know. There's so much we don't know, and it creates harm for ourselves. When we stand still and we allow and trust and let the judgment fade away and hold all of our control and our attachments on ourselves, then everything just falls into place around us. We can find that sense of calm and peace within ourselves because we're not trying to control everything around us because we've judged it to be wrong or bad. Or if we have our attachment on a situation saying it has to end this way, that people shouldn't die, now we're trying to control an outcome. We have an attachment to an outcome, and it will harm us. As opposed to holding all of this here on ourselves and honoring the journey that every person on this planet has chosen to take, each one being different, each one being unique, each one having a different purpose. Honoring that and honoring what another person has chosen for their path and not putting any attachment or control onto that person or their journey, their outcome, or their experience. So let's do that protocol now. We invite you at the level of your higher self to work with the energetic fields and the guides to locate all of your control and all of your attachments that are outside of your divine line. And we invite you to gently lift them all up and off of everyone and everything. Bring them all back to you at the level of your higher self, cleansed, cleared, and recalibrated to this present breath of now. We invite you to locate all control and attachments that are on you, that do not belong to you, that you are feeling, holding, touching, carrying, taken, that you've accepted from another, that you've received or inherited. And we ask that they all be lifted up and off of you and sent back to their right and perfect places, along with all relevant and appropriate information where they have the capacity to be received. We invite you to do this in all dimensions and lifetimes where you express yourself. Same for your body, Deva, and your team. Updating all reference points, all ways of being, perceiving, and being perceived in this dimension. And now, finally, we're going to do a protocol to bring in the qualities that you would like to manifest. Now, I'm going to leave space for you to insert whatever qualities you desire, and I invite you to do these protocols regularly as part of a daily practice. They are definitely protocols that I do at least 3 times a day lately in order to stay out of panic, worry, and fear. Now, remember what I said in the reading in January. This does not mean that we are immune necessarily to everything that's going on around us. It just means that we have tools available to us so that we can more easily navigate the challenges that are before us than people who don't have these tools. This card is talking about being a child, being like a child, Look at the joy on her face, the ecstasy. Her heart is open, her shoulders are back, her chest is open wide to receive love, to be love. This pink is there, the orange for the healing energy. Be all consumed in the moment like a child playing, trusting that mom and dad are watching out for them, that they are safe. Be all consumed in your joy of life, of being in the here and the now. What was that? That Black Lilith mantra for that symbol. The return of wonder, the feeling for what can be. That's really amazing. That was the moon, but being alive here now, the Black Lilith, willing to release into what arises, in touch and in tune with what wants to happen now. This is really a magical time. Be like that child right now. Tap into that memory of a moment when you experienced that as a child. And if you can't remember, or you didn't have a memory like that, watch your own children or someone else's child that you come in contact with, or an animal like a cat or a dog, just playing, fully engrossed in their joy, and allow them to show you how to create this for yourself. So, at the level of your higher self, I'm going to ask you to work with the energetic fields and the guides to locate these qualities that are available to you in your divine line. Peace, trust, calm, soothing, freedom, ecstasy, acceptance, allowing, courage, strength, safety, and abundant health, and any other qualities you wish to bring in for you at this time. And we invite you at the level of your higher self to bring them in through your divine line into your body, down into your root chakra, ground it in with magnetics into this dimension, amplify it so your body is humming. And now move it through your body, move these qualities through your body in a figure 8 and become a lighthouse, shining these frequencies out onto the grids of the planet and the consciousness grids and to the people around you. This is how you positively, empathically impact the world around you. These are some of the many ways that you can calm yourself so that you can be that mountain of safety and stability for others during this time. Practice all of the tools that I've given to you since January so that you can continue to be nourishing to yourself and then to others. Updating all reference points, all ways of being, perceiving, and being perceived in this dimension at this time. We wrap you up in sheets of rainbow light, gently sealing in these vibrations to whatever degree is appropriate for your spiritual evolutionary state. We are in deep gratitude to you for being on this planet and being of service to humanity at this time, for shifting and growing and evolving and having the courage to do this. We are in deep gratitude to be of service to you in this way. And we invite you to come back next time. Let it be so. Go in love. And so it is.